Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmad with the latest roundup of sports. This is, of course, the time which will be joining you throughout the holy month of Ramadan now, and we're going to be dissecting, I think, a lot of things. Pakistan cricket, from one disaster to another. The story is the same, only I think the roles and responsibilities have changed. But I think all in all, there is a lot happening, not only on Sports Extra, but in the Pakistan cricket team as well. So we're going to be discussing all about Pakistan's tour to New Zealand. It has started off in a fashion which nobody expected. Pakistan all out very cheaply. And I think the bigger question, the bigger mystery over here is, how did New Zealand lose one wicket? I mean, that should be the biggest mystery over here. But that being said, we still have to look forward to the rest of the games, and then we're not result oriented, all of us here on Sports Extra. But I think we have come to a very, very important time in the history of Pakistan cricket, which is where I question myself, and my guests would also question themselves. What kind of talent do we have? What is the talent that is being groomed on the grassroots level and brought up? This raises a serious question mark on the quality of domestic cricket. It raises a serious question mark on the pitches. That has been a long I think debate. It raises another very serious question on the balls that you're using in domestic cricket as well. We keep on telling people how much difference has been created by using balls which are not of international standard, and people don't understand that. And then I think it brings us to another question, the kind of regional and district cricket and under 19, under 16, under 17 cricket that is being played. What kind of quality is being promoted there as well? So I think meritocracy, everything needs to be discussed today. We did realize New Zealand's got a great squad, and but then again, I think 92 is just, you know, 90, you're under 100 against New Zealand in a T20 game. It's just unacceptable. So I think we'll talk about that in detail. Time now to introduce the guests. First of all, joining us in studios is cricket commentator, international broadcaster, presenter, and our sports expert, Asif Ahmad. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmad. I'm good, thank you.
We've also been joined by a senior sports journalist and our expert, Abdul Jabbar. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Walaikum assalam, I am fine.
Thank you very much for joining us. We've also been joined by senior sports journalist Syed Haider. Assalamu alaikum, Haider Saab. Welcome to Sports Extra.
Walaikum assalam, Ahmad. Thank you very much to get me in your show.
Well, Haider Saab, I said it's the same story. For you, it's I think it's almost comedy. You were in Pakistan, the team was a disaster. You went to Dubai, the team was a disaster. You finally reached back to your own destination, the team is still a disaster. So I think only the roles and responsibilities are changing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really, you have met in speech before starting your program, and definitely it's something what we are not counting in our system, that what is the major problem. We are just only exchanging the players from T20 to one day to test to T20, only by which you cannot get the exact results. It is always a question about the pitches in Pakistan, that these pitches are not suitable for the if the players go into in New Zealand or Australia, they play there. But my question is that if you go 30 years ago or 40 years ago, Majid Khan era, Zahir Abbas era, the pitches were same at that time, and these players, when they have gone to Australia, England or New Zealand, and they have scored, they have batted well. And same like as they have batted in Pakistan. Even the Zahir Abbas, he was better in outside the Pakistan than in Pakistan. Now the batters, now we have, why they don't have some techniques, some strategy to face the fast bowlers or short pitches deliveries in New Zealand or Australia or England. That is the major problem of our batters, because they don't have the exact technique. If you see in the last match, if you analyze the batting of the openers, Haris and Hassan Nawaz, they were playing all the short pitches on the front foot. According to the basic technique of the batting, the short pitch delivery should be batted on the back foot and horizontally, and they were trying to get vertically. You can never play short pitch delivery on the front foot. That is the major problem, our batters, that they don't know the exact technique, and the coaches, they cannot teach really how to face the fast bowlers in New Zealand and Australia. And this problem will be continue if you will not change your technique.
Absolutely. Jabbar Faisal Saab, how would you analyze this game? Not much to analyze. I think the match was over before anyone can even realize we have to watch TV. But you know, what has really happened there?
Ahmad was this is unfortunate. We do a mistake instead of rectifying that, we do another one. We made the changes in the team. We two-player debut Abdul and Arslan. It's good. Chances must be given to the young one, but you have to maintain your batting line in proper way. You have only two experienced batters, Khushdil and Captain Agha Salman. They should come up and take the responsibility to take the to take the other guys with them for the making a good innings. You know, the circumstances were entirely different in New Zealand and Pakistan. You know, Pakistan is slow pitches, but in the New Zealand there is a bounce. You have to make special training for that tour. Instead of you are only relying those guys who are not performing even in the Pakistan. And recently, you know, Champion Trophy, Khushdil Khan was not up to mark.
Absolutely.
But we are doing one mistake and repeat it again.
You know, K. Asif Ahmad, now because I come to you, you know, the English language has a very funny quote which often says that I don't believe in making the same mistake twice. I make it 3-4 times just to be sure. So that is exactly what Aqib Javed and company seem to be doing at the moment.
Well, Ahmed, first of all, you know, one of my friend, he called me after 3 hours and he said that I'm not watching match. I said, why? He said, you were talking about Haris, and see, you were one of the big supporter of Haris, you know. And on the other night, Ahsan Haqqani was just fighting here. Make him captain. He deserves as a skipper. I said, calm down there. Let him perform first. The big problem was that he even didn't play with the straight bat. He was just playing really awkwardly, looks like a street boy playing international cricket who doesn't know that how to use your feet. And in New Zealand, as Jabbar Sahab is talking about the conditions, everyone knows that the seam and swing always troubles batters. But what's going on with the Pakistani batter, guys? The problem was that the overburden, overpressure that everyone knows, that we used to sit over the TV and we just talk about the strike rate, strike rate, strike rate. There, that is New Zealand. You'd have to play some deliveries with the proper middle bat, gain some confidence, and then you'll be able to hit some boundaries, or you'll play and you'll go for runs. So Haris, one failure. I don't want to be overcritic, but Haris, please learn with your mistake. This is not Pakistan, this is not PSL, this is international cricket, and you are taking this chance on the place of Mohammad Rizwan. The Pakistan Cricket Board has dropped Mohammad Rizwan and they brought you. Try to understand the responsibility. And see, being a skipper, if you talk about the Salman Ali Agha, yes, not remarkable performance, not even, you know, average performance from Salman Ali Agha. But when your team is making 91, what happened with Irfan Khan Niazi, and a huge question mark on Abdul Samad's selection, Ahmed. If you see his stats in T20, if you see stats in first class cricket, if you see his batting figures in list A, you won't find him an extraordinary guy. Then why you brought him?
It's come to a point where I'm actually afraid that maybe we've decided we won't select players who are technically sound anymore. You know, when I see them, I fail to understand.
Now you are giving me an answer which one day you've asked this question to me, and I've told you that the basic technique is really, really important in international cricket, whether you are playing T20, Test cricket or ODI. It's 120 balls, dear. You'd have to face 120 balls. And we are playing fearless cricket, and we can't play even full overs.
Absolutely.
We're playing fearless and modern day cricket. Ask this question now. These quacks were talking.
This is modern day cricket. You finish the match before even scoring 100 runs. Isn't this modern for you? No, this is a new modern day cricket.
See, then better please play vintage cricket, because at least you can play full 20 overs, where your guys should understand that you're playing international cricket.
You remember when we were growing up, we often used to have a quote saying that, you know, reverse the batting order for Pakistan team, and you know, those kinds of things.
Well, Ahmed, on a very serious note, ask this question to the selectors that why they brought Abdul Samad. Only just because of one innings in list A cricket, that's it? I don't have an answer, dear.
Well, we've been searching for answers, but Haider Saab, you've been actively involved in the press conferences of the team as well, different players, captains, the coach as well. It's come to a point where I understand we're an impatient nation and we tend to, go away with the structure very soon. And maybe all of us should believe in consistency of one system and then let it progress and then decide after a year or 2 years about the results. But for that, the management needs to come up and actually take the burden and take the blame that yes, this is what we're doing, this is where we're going wrong. Unfortunately, the Pakistani nation over here has received no credible information from Aqib Javed up till now.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you one thing. Before my departure from Pakistan to my country, Iqbal Qasim Saab, legend, our leg spinner, left-arm spinner, he has invited me for iftar dinner, and we have discussed many things about the current situation of the cricket. And he has asked me, what is the modern cricket? He said, nowadays, a modern cricket, what the players are playing, they cannot get the runs what we have got in the old type of cricket 30 years ago, 40 years ago. The batters, they were more professional at that time, and nowadays the batters, they are divided in some other type of the cricket, and they cannot give really special care to their format where they are playing. They are not concentrating the situation. Same thing he has spoken, like for the coaches, that the coaches, they are not concentrating the team, the management, they are not concentrating the cricket. Actually, they are thinking about only to get the time for the tour or tournament, anyone. And then once the tournament has been finished or tour has been finished, then nobody will ask about it. And the new tour is upcoming tour is ahead us, and then we'll be going to the new tour. So this is the problem, that accountability is nothing nowadays in Pakistan cricket. And everything is possible if you don't give a special accountability. Aqib Javed, a lot of people, they have asked him why you have not included two spinners in the Asian conditions, and he has replied that our strength is fast bowling. But now in New Zealand, you have gone with the three spinners. So it is something what you have in your mind, but late. You are getting something, but with the delay. The other teams, other coaches, other management, they are proactive. Our coaches, our management, they are reactive. Reactive always, they have delay, they are late from other teams. And now the Pakistan cricket management, Pakistan cricket board, they are not really concentrating what is going on in our cricket. Domestic cricket, you don't have any, really you don't have any talent more which can be polished and which can be used in international cricket. You just Asif said about the Abdul Samad. I have seen also this states of Abdul Samad. Saud Shakil has better stats in T20 than Abdul Samad. And you have dropped Saud Shakil from the team and you have adopted Abdul Samad. So, what is your strategy? Muhammad Ali, he is a fast bowler. In 33 years, what do you want to get from the Muhammad Ali in T20 cricket when he is 33 years old? So, something is going very wrong, but nobody is there who can make the accountability.
It's a very serious question, Abdul Jabbar Saab. Somebody, from the management now, we're too much obsessed with giving all the power to the coach, who is the chief selector, who is handling everything. It has happened in the past as well. It hasn't been a successful model in Pakistan. Now the selection committee was criticized after the Champions Trophy. We saw nothing change. We still are waiting for, that kind of surgery that we accept, that somebody will come up and say, I'm going to take the responsibility for the horrible defeat in the Champions Trophy and I'm the guy who is responsible. No one has come up right now. The team has now departed for New Zealand. Aqib Javed is still with the team, but there is nothing that we're getting from the team management at the moment.
Ahmed, this chairman cannot make any surgery and could not take any step to operate the system of whole team. Maybe after some time the new comes and he can do something, but it is very important, just chaos was talking about Haris. I have seen Haris in action in Rawalpindi, a few matches. No doubt he is very talented batter and a wicketkeeper too. But you skip Muhammad Rizwan. Muhammad Rizwan was the only batter who was scoring in Test cricket ODI and T20. He might be included in team as a batter to support the young guys, to help the young guys, or to compete against the best team of the world. No, New Zealand is the best team. New Zealand played final of Champion Trophy. They did tremendous performance, excellent, remarkable performance. But we did not read their team, their player, but we sent our team, our own will and wish without any criteria. You know, I earlier said young should be given chances, but it means not on the you stake the whole team that perform very
Some
low.
experience needs to be there with the
Yes,
youngsters.
must be some experience. For example, Naseem Shah, Wasim Junior, is a very good bowler and maybe performed very well in T20 in the pitch on the pitches of New Zealand. But Muhammad Ali came in the team after showing good performance in the domestic. But you know, domestic, the senior player was not the part of that.
But Jabbar,
system.
what I don't understand, you mentioned a very important point, Jabbar. So what I'm failing to understand is that if I am someone who is watching cricket in Pakistan, who's playing cricket myself at the moment, I know this structure inside out. If I was part of the affairs of selecting a team, I would never select Muhammad Ali for T20 cricket. You should have had him in the Champions Trophy. He's a one-day bowler. Why? You know, we have done this in the past as well. We select players for the wrong format. Now you bring in Muhammad Ali on the basis of he's had a good domestic season. But you know, in these conditions, in 4 overs, he's going to get hammered all across the park, and then we're going to close his case and, you know, put him to the side. Why not debut him in the Champions Trophy when this was the ideal condition? It was the grounds where he played domestic cricket.
I do agree with you. He was only included for the recently tournament in Rawalpindi. He performed up to mark and he was the best bowler of this season. But the senior bowler like Shaheen Afridi, Naseem Shah and other were not the part of that tournament. I think cricket board should restrict all senior players to play domestic cricket to strengthen their system. When they will play with the young, they will learn more cricket and they will be judged well who is performing up to mark. This is our, you can say, not a good side. Nobody is paying attention to this one. We should accurate and correct our domestic system, and we should pick the boys domestic cricket after doing a level field for the all players.
Certainly, K. Asif Ahmad, wrong format, wrong selections, players are not debuted. Muhammad Ali had a wonderful one-day cup and your champions one-day cup as well. I fail to understand why did you organize those tournaments if you didn't want to give them a chance. If there was anyone who should have been selected for the Champions Trophy as a bowling option for Pakistan in terms of fast bowling, it should have been Muhammad Ali. But once again, we see the same rhetoric over and over again. Nothing is changing so far.
Well, nothing is changing just because of your mindset. Let's start from the club cricket, that if you're a club captain, if you're a captain of your team, see the mindset that you're just supporting to your favorite players, and the favoritism comes from the club cricket. Then go to the regional cricket. I have spoken in my vlog as well that the regional president, he will see some guy, if he likes someone, he will support him. And it will continue towards the national team as well. And we will see the same favoritism as you were talking about the meritocracy. The merit system is a very, very questionable in Pakistan. Where is the merit where the chairman Pakistan Cricket Board was talking about? He said that we will select all the teams on the merit, but where is the merit? You're talking about that Muhammad Ali's selection. See, I know that the medium pacer didn't perform well, and I was expecting something extraordinary, especially with the new ball. The conditions were really supportive for the fast bowler. But what happened actually, don't put pressure on him. That was his first game on international arena with the white ball. So give him some time. He has all the abilities. He knows that how to bowl. He knows that how to tackle in different conditions and in difficult conditions as well. So I think the only problem is that after losing one game, as I said earlier, right before the series, that I will not watch the result of the series. I will just go with the performances of individual players. So all eyes now on the new players, including Haris, Samad, Irfan Niazi, Muhammad Ali, some other players. So if they're performing well, then we'll get a good bench strength. But if they're not performing well, then you have only one option, that you will bring back Babar Azam, you will bring back Muhammad Rizwan, you will go with Naseem Shah, and you will bring even Asif Ali as well in your middle order, the way the things are going on. So these youngsters, they're getting chances. Now what happened in the past, see what happened in the Champions Trophy, of course, that everybody is criticizing. As Haider Bhai was talking about Qasim, Iqbal Qasim, the legend, the way he has given an example that try to understand what modern day cricket is.
Iqbal Sahab has also been a former chief selector for Pakistan.
Yes, you can ask these questions to him as well, that he remained with the system. The problem is that when you are chairing something, when you are leading somewhere, you forget each and everything. You forget about the merit, you forget about justice, you just go with the flow. And you'll have to go with the unpopular decisions, Ahmad. It's really important. Nobody is talking about that. Why injustice with Hasibullah? I'm always talking about that guy. See his stats, see his record. Only after giving him a couple of chances in Australia, you just dropped him without any reason. And you're bringing back.
I think
now
that's our favorite. That's our favorite. We wasted prime years of Ruhail Nazir when he was probably the second wicket keeper. Then, like you mentioned, Hasibullah came in. We started ignoring him. So our ignorance policy is absolutely amazing.
And one more thing, Ahmed, that why Usman Khan is inside. He didn't play a single game in Champions Trophy. Then one first game, and do remember that he's a T20 specialist, inverted commas, from the in the books of Pakistan Cricket Board. Then why you haven't included him? The answer is that you're going with specialist wicketkeeper, and that is Haris. And Haris got a good support in Pakistan Super League, as Jabbar was mentioning that he played some good knocks in shorter format in T20 cricket. But the question is the international arena. What's going on?
Well, internationally, we are being embarrassed. You know, a couple of days ago, about a week ago, a former Australian cricketer who was our coach for a short period of time mentioned the word clown. You know, it created a lot of sensation in Pakistan. Just a day ago, Pakistan's former coach, Mickey Arthur, said, I actually agree with this statement. I mean, it's international embarrassment.
Well, Ahmed, see, when you're taking these kind of decisions, you're bringing foreigner coaches, Gary Christian, Jason Gillespie. You had an interview in this studio. And have you watched his vision, what he was trying to do with the Pakistan cricket? He was pretty much clear that what kind of decision I'll take. But what happened? That one man show, and that is Aqib Javed. Aqib Javed came, he said that I'll take all the powers and I'll go being a coach. I'm responsible for the selection committee. I'm responsible for the captain. Now he's not taking the responsibility of defeats. And if somebody is calling him, clown, of course that it's been an embarrassing situation for Pakistanis. And why Gary Christian stepped down? The only thing was that Aqib Javed was not giving him space. So if a person coming all the way from South Africa, he remained with Indian team, see the results of Indian cricket team, he remained some other teams, and the rest of the world, now they're just laughing on us.
I don't understand why we call ourselves the T20 team as well. Mazhar Arshad put some very pertinent stats today on social media. He said, if you don't forget, it was 4 months ago, Pakistan scored 64 for 9 in 7 overs in a T20 in Brisbane, and then they were bowled out for 117 in Hobart. He also said Pakistan has not won a single T20 international against higher ranked full strength teams in more than 2 years. How do we call ourselves a T20 side after this? I mean, this is just, the numbers are in front of us. But Haider Saab, there's been a lot said in the past 1 year. At one point, we've said that our selection will now be AI based. Then we have used data analytics to bring in players. We've also scouted players from abroad as well. You know, we've actually touched a new milestone. But the fact still remains that I cannot pick one format where I can say Pakistan team is progressing at the moment.
Yeah, after a lot of measurements, the result is zero. I think only in the Pakistan, a lot of selectors, they are selecting a team, and the performance is zero, result is zero. If you see in India, Ajit Agarkar is only the selector. In Australia, Trevor Bally, he's only the selector. In England, Luke, what is his name? I'm not remembering his name, the selector, Luke, he's only the selector in England. And they are selecting the team, they are winning the tournaments. India, Ajit Agarkar, he has selected a team and they have won. In Pakistan, six selectors, one is ex umpire, one is data analyst, and two other persons, they are just always absent from the meetings. And six selectors they are selecting, and plus five mentors of the teams, they are also helping. Akib Javed said we are getting the advice from the mentors also, Bakar Yunus and Sarfraz and so and so. So a lot of people they are selecting the team, and the result is zero. Iqbal Qasim Saab, as you have mentioned that he was also chief selector. I have asked him what are the problems of the selection committee. He has told me that it is only not the pressure from the management board, from the cricket board people, also from the corporates, from the departments, from the ex cricketers, and they made a campaign. Can you see how the campaign has been made for getting the captaincy for Shadab Khan? Our ex-cricketers, they were talking on TV to make the captain Shadab Khan, and even Shadab Khan was not in the team, and they were putting from parachute captain in the team Shadab Khan, and the players what they have selected really on, if you see on the data on the states, then it is zero. If you see on the technique and talent, then it is also zero. Only the problem is there in Pakistan that the cricket board, the people who are responsible for the accountability, they are not doing their job. If they will do, once they will do their job, really believe me, the performance will be changed. But until they are silent, they are not doing anything, the team will do same thing after 10 years also what they are doing right now.
But Haider Saab, since you have an experience of our structure and systems of cricket since long now, you witnessed them, you also have international exposure, you've seen champion teams like India and Australia up front with the first-hand knowledge and experience of their structures. What is now the key for Pakistan? Because right now we keep on changing structures. There is no one who can come up and say, I believe that this structure should be in place for the next 5 years and this is what will produce results. At the same time, what should be, you also highlighted one of the models for the selection committee as well, how it should progress. But unfortunately, it's a big conundrum over here. We're unsure of how to make a selection committee in Pakistan now.
I think the first one, they have to do something exact right cricket the players should play, not the tap ball cricket or the T20 or franchise cricket, such like they, in Pakistan, we need really to enhance the big format cricket, 4-day cricket. It is very necessary. PCB is arranging, they are organizing mostly T20 cricket. They have to organize 4-day, 5-day cricket. And once we will get 4-day, 5-day cricket, if you see in the past, in the era of Hanif Mohammad, Mushtaq Mohammad, Zahir Abbas, Majid Khan, Javed Miadad, 4-day, 5-day cricket was there. And now it's too much cricket in Pakistan or all over the world, but the players cannot be developed because the technique is very bad. The talent cannot be polished by the people who are the mentors or the coaches, because the coaches, they don't have, by themselves, they don't have really good knowledge how to manage it. That's a problem. Secondly, our system, lower system, I have seen in my when I have played the cricket in Pakistan, we got regional associations, district cricket associations, clubs in my city. At least if I can remember, more than 80, 90 clubs were there. And now today I cannot see any club there. In Karachi, there is no club. In Lahore, there is no club. Only franchise cricket, table ball cricket, or T20 cricket. So structure must be maintained like that we have got 30, 40 years ago. And definitely we will get some players if we will start something, a new thing in our system. Otherwise, the system cannot be repaired, really cannot be remedied.
Absolutely. Jabbar Sahab, what is the current situation of regional cricket in Pakistan? When you talk about all these regions, what is happening at the moment?
First of all, I will add something about the selection. Unfortunately, here any head of the Pakistan Cricket Board appoints the selection committee or chairman uh, who only announce the team, not to select the team or not to make the team. This is very unfortunate. Chairman is also involved in all the matters, and captain is also powerful to select the players. But you mentioned that Iqbal Qasim and Mohammad Wasim from Pakistan, they were just announcing the team. They had no power to select the team according to their performance or their statistics. For example, our legend players previously, you can say Wasim Akram, Syed Afridi, we included son of Moin Khan, Azam Khan in the team. Wasim Akram was praising him. Also, same words, Syed Afridi, what they have seen in that guy. You know, in the world, in the whole world, we will criticize on the selection of Azam Khan. And you know, in the first match, they dropped straight forward catches. There is, these things are showing that our selection is not on the merit at the any time. We select some players, we give couple of players chance to nepotism, you know, you can say, and we made a team. They could perform or not. This is not our issue. Our issue is to select the.
But Jabbar sahab, that means that former cricketers are still very influential on the Pakistan cricket board.
Yes,
that's what you're signaling.
Yes, they are. You know, Shadab, I was not expecting he will be part of the team. He is vice captain of the team. Some sources were saying they will be captain, but there will be some support behind for these former players.
But Jabbar sahab, you know the key in Pakistan. We often say jiski jagah nahi banti usko kaptan bana do. So I think that's a symbol in Pakistan cricket.
This is unfortunate. Our formula is being used in our cricket.
Oh, yes, it is. Asif Ahmad, I will finally ask you this once again. Haider Saab has identified a structure that can work for Pakistan. Jabbar Faisal Saab has highlighted on the ills that former cricketers are bringing to Pakistan cricket by virtue of their influence on selection. And I think this is not something that is, you know, hidden anymore. It's very, very pertinent that there exist certain lobbies of certain players who want those players to be included into the team, regardless of what their performance or how much talent there is in them.
Well, I've said that, you know, if you see the club structure, that the players who are playing in the club match, they're good friends of the coach, they're good friend of the president of the club, and same thing is happening till the, you know, the same thing is followed by the national coaches as well. And you have given an example, Jabbar sahab, about Moin Khan's son. Not only talk about the former cricketers, why you not talking about, why you not taking names of those cricket analysts who were sitting over the TV and they were just praising Azam Khan? Why you not taking their names?
Analysts also praised Usman Khan as well.
They were also part of that
lobby, yes.
lobby.
I mean, analysts also praised Usman Khan to be the next big thing for Pakistan.
And some of the analysts, they were praising Haris Khan could be the skipper of Pakistan team. So see
Mohammad Haris, yes.
Mohammad Haris, sorry, Mohammad Haris. So the problem is that everybody has his own agenda, favoritism. So that's the problem with the Pakistan cricket team. And
but because Hasibullah is not in the team means you have a very weak agenda. You don't have a good lobby.
See, nobody is talking about Hasibullah. I'm asking the reason. Give me one good reason that why he shouldn't be in the Pakistan cricket team. Why, if you talk about his stats, I've shared so many times.
He hasn't played for Lahore Qalandars yet.
He hasn't played for the Lahore Qalandars, or he has no good friendship with the Babar Azam or some other players, Mohammad Rizwan maybe. See, he's from Pasheen. If you see his stats, always very, very remarkable with his batting figures. More than 50 average in list A. And Jabbar Saab and Haider Bhai, please, for God's sake, raise your voice for Hasibullah. Raise your voice for the justice in Pakistan cricket team. I never met him. He has no friendship with me. I do not have any relationship with Hasibullah. I'm just talking about for the sake of Pakistan.
Now, I'll tell you a very funny story, right? So there was an animal in the jungle, a mouse particularly. Let's be very frank. So the mouse, was there in the jungle, and he saw a giraffe going, and he said, "What are you doing over here?" And apparently the giraffe was, out to do some mischief. So he said, no, leave that. You come with me. Let's go and see the jungle. It's very beautiful. So they started tagging along. In the middle of the jungle, they found a monkey. We once again asked the monkey, what are you doing? He said, I'm doing this. He said, no, don't do this. Come with me. Let's go see the jungle. It's very beautiful. They went even forward. They saw another animal. They said the same thing and they made him accompany them as well. So those 5, 6 animals were going together, and then came the king of the jungle, which was the lion. And lion said, hello, where are you going? This is my kingdom. And all of them said that, the mouse said that, we're all wasting our time. We should accompany him because he knows the jungle inside out, and the jungle is very beautiful. All of us are, clueless. We don't have any vision at the moment. The lion started laughing and said, do you know what he does? He does this daily because he's a drug addict. So, he's going to take all of you round and round in circles and drop you. So that, the state of affairs in cricket is absolutely ironic, that one day we select a player, we bring him to the national side, and we say this is the best thing to happen to Pakistan. Next 2 days, we say no, he's not good enough for Pakistan, let's try someone else. The person we bring instead of him is even far more worse than what we had before. And at the end of the day, we're left with no player in the Pakistan team. So I think that is the state of affairs, but hopefully in the second T20, Pakistan is able to salvage something. Like I said, we're not result oriented. Let me once again put this disclaimer for all our viewers, all of the Pakistani nation, that wallah, we're not result oriented. We don't mind Pakistan losing.
Doesn't matter.
But at least don't embarrass us. We have to talk to people all around the world who think that Pakistan is not a good caliber team anymore. Don't do that. I think that is the biggest injustice that will happen to Pakistan cricket. That being said, thank you very much Asif, Ahmad, thank you very much Jabbar, Faisal Saab, and thank you very much Syed, Haider for joining us. From me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now. We'll join you tomorrow same time.